Okay, well, good morning and welcome to the IsaTools training. My name is Diane Williams and I'm your host today. I will be going over the IsaTools tool that Isagenix has so graciously and so amazingly gotten together for anyone in the Isagenix business. It's an incredible tool and I just love it. I started out just pretty much learning on my own, and the way that I learned was this little guide me button right here on the front page. But before I get ahead of myself, if you are on this call or watching this recording and you're just kind of checking out the IsaTools and you don't have it yet, if you decide after watching this or when you make the decision, I'm gonna go ahead and mute everyone, make sure that we'll let you unmute at the end of the call if you have any questions. But if you're, like I said, if you're new, you're wanting to figure out what, hold on a minute, sorry about that. I didn't do that to start with. Okay. Back. So if you go into your Isagenix back office and hover over resources, you would click on go to IsaTools. Since I'm already subscribed to that, or if you already are subscribed to it and you want to go to it from your Isagenix back office, then you would go to manage IsaTools. I said that backwards. This is what you will see when you go to IsaTools, to kind of give you a brief synopsis of what the tool is about. There's a short video here explaining a little bit, then it tells you all the features that you can get, whether you get the phone app or the phone app and the desktop included. There is a price difference on that. The IsaToolsPro, which is the $14.95 a month, which is available on your phone app and your desktop, has a few extra features that just the phone app alone does not. And that mainly is the coaching emails. You can actually build presentations, and it comes with a deductor tax software, which is kind of like a QuickBook to keep track of your business expenses. So once you do decide that you want to purchase it, there will be a place there to purchase. If you're on only the phone app and you want to upgrade to the desktop, this is also where you can go to upgrade. That would say upgrade. So once you do have your system and you purchase it, you can, like I said, you can either log in from your back office under resources. You would just go to IsaTools. That takes you directly to your IsaTools back office. You will have to log in, but as I was saying, when I first got involved with the IsaTools, I thought that the only lesson that I was going to get was from this guide me button. And what that does is pretty much just walks you through your whole dashboard right here, telling you, in just little short snippets what these tabs are about, what this tab is about, how you can do certain, I can't think of the word. You can do something for your business every day, an action, a business action. Your to-do list, your setup, your site. This is where you definitely want to go first. You want to make sure that your site is totally set up so that when you send people links and they click on it, you can get notified, and they also can get in touch with you. So I'm pretty sure all of these are included in this display information button. So if you click on that, they're all right here. You can walk through and do what you need to do. On a side note, any page that you find a question mark with a circle on it, if you click on it, there's some frequently asked questions about that page that you're on. So this is another great way for you to learn about the IsaTools. So you definitely want to make sure that you have your personal information filled in and what's on your website. Definitely upload a picture, because putting a face to a name just makes it so much more personalized. And anytime you do anything that you're changing or adding, you definitely want to make sure that you save your changes. Otherwise, it'll go back to the way it was before you got there. Notifications. That's one of the features that got me excited about this IsaTools tool. And that is that when you send someone your link, it lets you know that they either watched a video, they visited your website, they came back to your website, but you need to let the system know how you want to be notified. you can be notified by 3 different emails. My husband, Chuck, and I both receive notices when something happens with one of our links. He usually takes charge of that. I just kind of ask him if he saw that. And then you can also be notified through one mobile phone from a text. And then you can tell the system if you want to be contacted when a new contact registers on your lead capture page, which I would think that you would really want to do that one. If they return to your site, if they request more information, you can also let the system know if you want to be notified if you've done a to-do item, or if there's been a to-do, I always get tripped up on that, to-do item put into your system. And one of the ways that it puts a to-do item into your system is when someone comes on your either your website or they watch a video, it will put on your front page, that dashboard under the to-do list. It creates something for you to do. It tells you to follow up with them. But you can be notified either through email or text or push notification. You just let the system know what you want and you save your notifications. You can even send a test email to yourself and your mobile to see what that's going to look like. The lead capture page, this is something that if you send them to your URL, you can request getting their name and their email address, but you have to have this turned on, because if you don't, then it won't start up with a lead capture page. It automatically reverts to asking for their name and email address. If you want their phone number or their physical mailing address, you would just click on these buttons and save the information. You do have to make sure that your toggle is on, and that will allow a lead capture page to show up when a person originally goes to your website. So if they go back, if they're looking at it again, they won't get the lead capture page again. Okay, I saved that, so I need to go back. The social networks, that's pretty self-explanatory. You just want to make sure that you have any of your user names put into any and all of your social networks that you're connected with. It's just a great way for you to market. It's a great way for people to get in contact with you. So as you can see, we filled in our usernames on any of the social networks that we are connected with, and just make sure that you click on save. I know I'm going to say that over and over again, but it's kind of frustrating when you're working on something and then you get out of there and you didn't do that. So the email server setting, that is automatically set up to, they have it already pre-set up, but if you want to use your advanced settings, you can do that here. There is a step-by-step instruction on how to do that under the question mark here. And one of my team members told me that it is better to do this just because sometimes these kind of databases will automatically send emails into people's spam folders. So that is one reason why you would want to set up your advanced settings. Autoresponders, you can set up if someone actually comes to your site and they watch the video, or you can decide if they start receiving an autoresponder, which is pretty much just an automated email drip. I think it's just a few. I'd have to go in and look. I mean, you can assign whatever one you want to it. I created this Prospects for USA, so if someone comes and they fill out their name and email address and it comes up to the video, but they decide not to watch the video, I can send them something totally different. Got a question here. I just want to make first 2 minutes. Is this a program you pay for? It is free. Oh, yes, it is a program that you pay for. It's, if you get the app on your phone, it's $9.95 a month. And if you get the IsaToolsPro, which is the phone app and the desktop, it's $14.95 a month. But I mean, we believe that this is one of the best tools that we've ever come across. It just is so full. You definitely would get your money's worth. Even if you don't use it for what it's intended, it is an incredible library for you and me. I'm saying you as, just to learn more about Isagenix and what they offer. And I mean, clinical reports, there's just so much in here that you would definitely get your money's worth. Okay, so back to the autoresponders, you just set up the emails that you want to send out. If they don't watch the video, if they do watch the video, you can also send out autoresponders to, if you send out my ISA videos link and my ISA lookbook link. I'll show you where that's at on here. Any of these, you can get them started on a drip campaign also if you'd like, an autoresponder. Other settings, these are just letting the system know where you're located, because it is limited in what tools they have within the tool, as far as the videos, the audios, like if you're in a Spanish market and you only speak Spanish, then it's gonna gear it toward where you're at. Your mobile app access code. Once you decide that you want to purchase the ISA tools and you do purchase it, then you would just go to your iTunes store or your Google Play store, and you would get the app and install it. They're going to ask for a password, but what they're actually looking for is your access code. You should receive an email giving you this access code, but if you need to find it again, this is where you would find it at. So back to the home page. I'm just going to kind of walk you through the tabs on top, coming back to prospecting, because that's definitely the fullest. But I'm actually going to start over on the right. The support button, that's pretty self-explanatory. That goes directly to Sound Concept. If you have anything, a question, a comment, a suggestion, anything that you've got that you want to send, you can do it straight from here. Send them a message, call them, email them. My profile, that's pretty self-explanatory also. This is where you're going to put your information, keep it updated, make any changes. And then under profile, you'll also find team access. And you know what, I wanted to do something. Okay, let me make this up note here. This is where, if you have someone on your team that likes to create emails or drip campaigns or presentations, because with the IsaToolsPro, you can actually build presentations. This is a way for you to share it with your team, or let them tap in on whatever you have in your back office. I do need to say, though, that if you tap into someone else's team, you're not going to get anything that they've tapped into with other people. So, and you just want to be, if you're wanting to join someone's team, please ask them personally themselves, because I give access to mine. I don't care. You can look at mine. I'm not saying I'm a great writer of emails or drip campaigns, but just to give you an idea of some of the ways that I've done it, and you can create your own. But the way that you do that is, if you are the person that wants to create a team, you would create a team access code right here. And then if you want to join a team, I think I did this backwards. Nope. Okay, I'm sorry. I did this backwards. If you want to set up a team access code, this is where you would set that up under My Team Settings. You save the code, and then if someone wants to join it, they would come to Join a Team. They would type in your access code and join the team. So then they would now have access to anything that that team has created. I hope I didn't totally confuse you. But my team access code, if you'd like to join it, because like I said, I don't mind at all. Yes, Pam, I will do that. So mine is Team of Hope, all one word, no spaces. Team of Hope. In fact, I think let's see that there. This is mine, Team of Hope. Okay, so back to home. That is your dashboard. You can do any activity straight from here, adding a new contact, sharing a video. Here's your to-do list, quick links. Pretty much everything on this dashboard is what you're going to find in all your tabs up here. Adding your contacts, once again, that's just like, when you're adding contacts to your Gmail account or your email account, whatever that is. You can actually add them one at a time, or if you have a couple, you just fill in the information you want to fill in, save and add a new contact. It just pulls up a blank sheet for you to fill in, and you make sure that you do save when you finish the last one. I do recommend that you put yourself in here, because when I show you the coaching email, more than likely you're going to be the coach that you're going to be setting up, because this is your IsaTools. But you may have a team member that doesn't have the tool yet that would like for you to do it. You can set them up and make them the coach, so they would need to be in your system too, which this is a great way to stay in contact with not only your new customers, but with your team members and prospects. So there is a tab here that shows you how to import your contacts through different ways. So we will be coming back to contacts, and I'm coming back to prospecting. But under My Sites, this is where you're going to find your personalized URL links. And those are located right here on the bottom. So you can copy and paste those wherever you want, like in an email, on Facebook, wherever you want to promote the ISA lookbook, my ISA video, and it ties it back to you, ties it to your link. Your username is going to be right here where Team of Hope, you see that? That's going to be your username, whatever that is. The My ISA videos and the Start Your Life magazine are both customizable. You can decide which emails you want to go out on those links, and you just click on the customize. You tell it which of the videos you want to put into the link. You can actually view the video and watch it, decide whether or not you want this to be a part of that link. It also, if you click on that green plus button, you can watch it from here, but it also gives you a little verbiage on what the video is about. And so if you decide that this is what you want to add to your list, you just click on the little box and it adds it to the bottom of your list. If you decide you don't want one of these, you just click on the X. And the way that you put them over here is the way that they will go in order. If you click on step 2, review and save, it just shows you this is the way that the videos will fall on that when you send out that link. And once you do save that link, you can actually go right from there to putting it on Facebook, Twitter, Google. You can actually put in any other sites that you want to send it to directly from there. If you like statistics and you like to see what's going on in your business, you can actually click on this part. I don't know if this needs any setup or not. I don't think it does, but it pretty much just shows you, who's watching your videos and that kind of good stuff. Under my business tab, this is a web conferencing system, which is kind of like what we're on, but I'm not sure if it's a video one or not, but it is a cost. So you would have to look into this and see if it's something that you would want to invest in. It does come with a free version of the deductor, which is just like I said, keeping track of your taxes, of your expenses. And then the last one on here under my business is Shop Tools. And this is where you'll find anything from your business cards to your banners to your tear pads. I mean, just about anything here. I mean, this is one thing that you could be in forever, just looking at all the different tools that they do provide for you within the system. So let's go back to prospecting. This is the one that has the huge amount of information. This is where you're probably going to be getting most of your information when you're working with the IsaToolsPro. Take advantage of these question marks and look at the frequently asked questions, because this is something that, like I said, it just helps you learn more about how to use this system. And you know what? Okay, I'm gonna click on this Guide Me. So this was on our dashboard page, but this is the first time I've seen this on the actual on another page. So I was curious if it was going to do something else. But see, it just kind of walks you through. Select a media category to display. Oh, you know what? Oh, it is telling you pretty much what this page is about then. That is so cool. There's something I'm really excited to tell you about, but it just kind of lets you know. It's highlighting. Okay, it's not telling you about that. It must be at the bottom. There it is. Content is organized into folders. Select a folder to bring up media specific to that individual category. So, I mean, this is awesome. They didn't have this. I mean, I'm finding this you can pretty much just walk yourself through what I'm telling you. So by clicking this one, it allows you to copy the content or share it with social media or email. I love this. By clicking on this icon, it allows you to preview any digital media before sharing it. I'm kind of learning this with you. Actually, this is what I teach, but I can now just show you how to, walk through yourself. When you click on the thumbs up icon, it will add the media to your liked folder, which is over here, and it just makes it easier to find. Oh, I think that's it. Okay. So that's pretty much what I was going to tell you. But like they said in the liked folder, if you click on the liked folder, these are all ones that, see how I've highlighted the thumbs up? So they all went into this liked folder. So there's, 10 in here. So I know if I put it in the liked folder, it's a lot easier to find in here. And looking in this liked folder, that reminds me that months into using the IsaToolsPro, I found a couple videos within the system that walk you through the back office training. So it's just amazing how you're going to find new things all the time. Like I just found that guide me on this page. I love that. But just to show you, I usually point out this one right here, the IsaTools to Go training webinar. I'm sorry, not that one, this one, the back office training, because it's 32 minutes long. I believe this one is the phone app. I'm not as familiar with the phone app because I don't use that. I like the desktop. I like to be able to see and maneuver around. For me, it's easier. I'm sure people on the phone feel like that's easier for them. But just to show you how going from the liked folder to the view all, I haven't counted, but you know what? They're always updating the videos in here anyway. So they're adding new, taking out maybe some of the older ones. But see how I had to scroll all the way to the bottom? That's probably why I didn't find it for months. But this is where you'll find some of the back office training and the phone app training. So you can actually listen to it right here and get some more information, learn a little bit more on your own. These Saturday IsaTools training that I do have been recorded in the past, and Mark has put them on the Be Set Free Life website also, if you want to go back and look at any of those. But in the digital media, there are videos and audios and images. My computer wants to run slow on Saturday mornings. I don't know why that is. PDFs. This is where you can find, see, they've got the new Bedtime Belly Buster for Dummies booklet, the clinical research on the heart healthy diet. I mean, this is where you can learn a lot about, I mean, you don't have to be a know-it-all. You definitely want to direct people to the place where they can find it on their own. That way they'll know where to look. But I mean, this is just a great place for you to even learn more. They also have books and magazines. These are things that you can share, with people, prospects, or your team members. Just click on the share icon. And they've got, I mean, this has increased a lot since I got first started with this. And then your presentation. It comes with one, but you can create your own presentations, and they would fall into here. And that you would do under the prospecting, also under presentation builder. So your Twitter post, if you belong to Twitter, I highly recommend you use this tool because, of course, it is something that once you set it up, it does the work for you. So the very first thing you would need to do, though, once you are in the Twitter is, this is interesting because, okay, I thought maybe they changed it on me again. It looked a little different. But you have to authorize Twitter to do this, to allow the system to do this for you. So that's the first thing you would need to do if you haven't done that already, is go to networks, and this would say authorize. And you're just authorizing Twitter to send out these tweets on your behalf through the Isagenix IsaToolsPro. So back to the Twitter, just to kind of give you an idea. You can let the system know. Okay, why are you not going back? Oops, sorry, being twisted here. Okay, you can let the system know how often you want a tweet to go out. Hello. You will also want to create value to people that are following you. So you don't want to just bombard them with company-related posts all the time. So you want to put some, here's some famous failures. I think I've got like, 7 of them in there, and then there'll be something about the business. So tell them how many of the company-specific posts you want it to go in. And then it shows you what has been sent out for you. This has kind of changed a little bit. Once again, you can look under my post and it shows what's gone out. See if you have any likes or comments on it. Okay, and then your one-click email, that's pretty self-explanatory. That's as if you were going to send, an email through your email system. You can just do it from here with the contacts that are already in your IsaToolsPro. You can use your own templates or templates that are already pre-populated in this back office also, and I'll show you that when I get to that. But this is where you would click on. Some of these are already back there. Some of these are ones that I've created, so they're not all going to be back there. But if you create them and you save them as a template, this is where they would also fall into this group here. You can actually attach files from your computer, so it doesn't necessarily have to be connected to the IsaTools tool, but you can do that here. You can also do that with this icon here. You can set up hyperlinks, and once you do create your one-click email, just to let you know, it will not be saved unless you save it as a template. So if you like what you wrote and you think you're going to use it again, save it as a template. You can always go back in and delete it if you decide you want to clean up your templates. But before you do send it, you do have to click on you agree to the anti-spam policy and then send your email. The to-do tool, that's pretty self-explanatory. That's where you can actually put reminders for yourself on something that you want to do. QR code builder, this is where you can build a QR code. It'll tie in different things that you want to tie into there. I'm sorry, I'm not very educated with QR codes. I know what they are and what they can do, but I have not taken the time to know how to do this. But if you like that, then I'm sure you can figure it out really well. And there is a QR code help here, right here. The presentation builder, this is just the place where you can actually create a presentation, and it's got videos already here for you to look at. If you can look at it and view it, it's kind of like customizing your personalized URLs too. You just click on the little box, it puts it in the queue and the way that you're going to want to watch it. Put it in there, take it out, and make sure you save it. I'm going to come back to that in just a minute. The email scripts. These are some email scripts that are already pre-populated in your back office. A lot of the ones that are in your back office, like they're pretty much just, I think there was only like 6 of them. I haven't looked at this in a while, so I don't know if they've added more. It doesn't look like it. But they were pretty much just follow-ups to trying to reach a person. Either I tried to call you, your phone was busy, something like that. So those are the only ones that are pre-populated in there. If you want to make up one and save it, this is where your email scripts would be. And then the email server settings, that's just the same as that advanced email setting that I was talking to you about when we were setting up the site. So back to the coaching email and drips. This is where you would find anything that's pre-populated. All of the ones that only have these 3 icons on here, those are already pre-populated in your back office of your IsaTools Pro and your phone one also. But I just think that's amazing. They've done all this work for you. They've already created the emails. They've created coaching emails, which just start to send an email to the coach, which in most cases is going to be you. But like I said, it could be one of your team members if you're doing it for them. But not only does the new customer get emails, those are pretty much every day. Not all of them are set up that same way. And you definitely want to look at each one of them, see which one you like the best. But the coach will get probably about, 15, like half the amount of emails that the new customer is getting. But they're just getting emails letting them know where their new person is in their journey, their 30-day journey, giving them tips on how to encourage them, as they go along their journey. And also this user message, the coach also gets like 5 emails telling them reach out to your new person, because they might be starting their cleanse day today, or I think the first one is they got their product, reach out to them. So that's a great way to remember to get on the phone and talk to your new person, because you definitely want to stay in contact with them, because sometimes if they start having a bad experience, they may just melt away and you don't hear from them. But if you keep in contact with them and you keep proactive with them, you can catch anything that they may be doing wrong that you just need to tweak a little bit. So when you are in this in this coaching email drip campaign, and you want to see what each of these campaigns look like, if you just click on this magnifying icon, it brings up each one of the letters that would be going out, or emails, not letters. Congratulations on committing to a 30-day system. This kind of tells you what they're going to be getting. It's kind of hard to tell on here when you're looking at this, but some of the words are highlighted. That just means they're hyperlinked. I'm clicking on that system guide. And when they click on it, it takes them to what that word that is hyperlinked is talking about. I was blown away when I saw that feature. I just think that is incredible. So, okay. So if you're reading through these and you really like a certain one, but you're like, you know what, I kind of would like to change it up a little bit, or I'd like to add a bit, an email in between here or there, whatever, you can actually edit these. So the way that you do that is, say I'm wanting to edit this existing member 30-day weight loss. I would click on this third icon, which is a copy icon, and it brings up a whole new drip campaign with the exact same emails in it, but I can edit this in any way I want. The very first thing you want to do when you're editing any of these that you're wanting to use yourself, you need to change this campaign name, because if you don't, and I did this, you've got a lot of them in there and you can't figure out which one it was that you actually edited. So I'm just going to put Diane update, just so I can see it real quick. So I'm changing the campaign name now to Diane update existing member 30-day weight loss drip, okay? So if I want to go in here and I want to change something, congratulations on committing. I can't wait to see your results. Just putting something in here real quick. Okay, so see how I added that sentence, okay? So if I want to change each of the each of the emails, I can just click on next message. If that's the only one I want to change, I can click on save message. I don't know if you noticed, but anytime I clicked on save, a little box pops up here telling you that it was successful, whatever it was that you're doing. So if you're kind of in question of that, try to keep an eye out for that after you hit save. So this is okay, so here's my title, Diane update existing member. The very first letter, if I go in and look at it, it's now changed to, I have this extra sentence in there. I can't wait to see you. Okay, so you can do that with each one of your letters. Once you do, save your message, and then you go back to your original list of drips. More than likely it's at the very bottom, because that's usually where it drops. See here, Diane's update existing member. So I can actually edit it also from here. I can look at it again through the icon, the magnifying icon right here. I can trash it if I don't want to, I'm not going to use it anymore. I just trash it. Next time I refresh my screen, it won't be there anymore. So you can actually look at all of these. You can look at what the coach emails that would be going out. Tells you, your contact, congratulations on walking out your new contact through the system. So you kind of am seeing what they're getting in a way. I mean, you're not getting the exact same email, but you're getting something that in reference to what they're going through. But they also give you additional resources to share. So they didn't get these, but you can send out something, either a text or an email, just telling them you have some more information. Something you may also want to be aware of, this was brought to my attention this past week, is some people don't like drip campaigns. They don't like getting emails all the time. So set them up on it, but then you know, when you contact them in the next day or two, let them know that you put them on an email system just to help them learn more about the system and the business, and to give them, you know, encouragement and tips, and just ask them, is that okay? Are you okay with that? And if they're not, just take them off, you know, but you still want to keep in contact with them and walk them through the 30-day system. So Pam asked me if I could share how to, let me see where that was. Save a team campaign with editing you need to make. Okay, I think I just did that, Pam. I don't even know if you're on there, but I know she had to leave. So
I'm back.
you can, I got it?
No, I'm back on. I had to jump off. Now I'm back, but I missed it. Sorry.
That's okay. You can create your own campaigns. That's kind of what I did when you're updating the ones that are already in here, but you can actually create your own. So, I'm sorry, that's what I want to click. If you add a campaign, you would just name your campaign. I hate making up things on the spur of the moment, but if you want to make it as a bundle, which means that you can actually make a coaching system with it, you can click, you can make this a coach's message. So if you did that, then it's going to say who are you tying this coach message to? Which campaign are you tying it to? To see how it lists all the ones here. So I mean, it's incredible what this system can do. But anyway, back to creating your campaign, it's pretty much just like creating a lot of email scripts and then tying them all together and deciding when whoever you're going to send it to is going to be receiving them. If you want to, you know, on the first one, send it out the one day after, you know, I put them on this campaign. And if you already have email scripts that you know that you want to use, you can pull them down from your predefined ones. Fill in your subject, fill in your the body of your email, just to show you what that looks like once you do have something in there. If you click on preview message, it'll show you what the email is going to look like, whoever gets it. These little icons on the bottom are a way for them to get back in touch with you also. And I think it was Pam said that they clicked on this phone and it actually will call you through the internet. But here's the main phone number that would be yours. You can also reach back to them via email, and you can go to their website. Just to let you know, though, if you have any hyperlinks in here and you click on it, it'll take you to the hyperlink, but it won't save it. So when you are creating a campaign and you have a hyperlink, but you want to see, you know, if it's going to go where it says it's going to go, make sure you save your message first, because otherwise you're going to be doing double work. And then you can go look at it and go to the hyperlink and you can come back to it. So, Pam, I'm not sure if that kind of explains what you were asking about making a change. So once I do save, I'm just going to do this real quick so I can show you. Okay, save that message. Oops, the message subject cannot see, and it won't let you do something that you can't do. So I have to put in a subject, test campaign. Okay, now I'm going to save the message. So I have a test campaign. I want to trash it, but that's going to be found under my coaching emails and drips because I created a new campaign. Usually at the bottom, Diane's new campaign. There's my test campaign. And I'm going to trash that. Okay, let me see real quick here. Absolutely. If you have a question, go ahead and unmute.
Okay, Diane, what I was looking for is I have forgotten how to, for instance, I use the Team of Hope Prospects for USA campaign.
Okay.
I need to know, and it might be helpful for others to know how to go into that campaign, edit communications that need to be changed to make sure that the right names are in them.
Okay.
And then rename it.
Yeah, I did go over that.
Yeah.
Okay. So what she's talking about is this Prospects for USA. That's one that my husband and I created. So it's on my team page. If you join my team access code, then this will be in yours. But what she was talking about, and I kind of was telling you about that when we talked about editing one of the pre-populated campaign drips, is the same here. So what you want to do is you would want to go to here, and you can click on the edit button. And the very first thing you want to do is change the name. So, just put your name or whatever, however you want to remember that it's yours, okay? So change the campaign name to whatever you'll remember it's going to be. And I'm not 100% sure. Well, now that I think about that, I think mine will actually stay in there unless you trash it. And so, because now that I think about it, I do have the one that I copied on another one. I just put my name on it. And when I have her populated in my back office, hers still shows up. So what Pam is talking about, when you do anything that you want to send out, you want to walk through each one of the pages to make sure that it says what you want to say. Make it sound like you. If something doesn't sound like you, change it. If you want to add something, put something in there. So what you want to do is, what she was talking about here is, let's see. Hey, contact first name. That's something I didn't show you guys either. When you want to add customized data, so say I didn't have this right here, okay? I'm going to leave it in there, but you would click on add customized data, and you would click on contact's first name. That way you can send this to more than one person, and more than likely you are sending it to different people, so you definitely want to have that in there if you want to call them by name. And it drops in their first name. So whoever it's being sent to, it grabs their first name and it's going to put that in the body of the letter. And also, you can't drop it into the subject line. I'm not really sure why, but you can't. So all you need to do there is copy that and then paste it in the subject line, and it works that way. But it won't let you drop it in there. So then you're going to go through and you're going to read each one of these emails. Now, you're pretty safe right here, because if you want to call me, I can be reached at my phone. That should grab your phone. You're going to want to look at the preview message, though, because see how here, if you want to call me, I can be reached at, this is my husband's phone number. So you want to make sure that when you preview it, it does say your number, but I think you're safe keeping it as my phone, because it should grab from your information, not mine, just because it was my email, because you're making a new one. But just be aware of that. Same way with my name, when you're previewing it, our name comes in here. Just make sure that that is what's on there. I'm trying to think. So I go to the next message, and it tells you what message number you're on. Most of these, it looks like, well, most of these have only been on 2 so far. Okay, so these are some that you might want to look at just to make sure. You can't get to the hyperlink from this part, but you can from the preview message. So these are just sites that are generic, but I did notice on one that I was copying from someone else that they had it tied to their specific website. So I probably should go back in and make sure. But if you click on there, it will take you to the hyperlink. So I'm thinking that this one is generic. It's just to the ISA product, but you can tie it to your page if you want to. So, okay, good. We're still there. Back to next message. I dropped in a video. That should be generic. If it was my video, let me see. Let's transform your life. Okay, let me do this. Sorry, I'm kind of playing around with this. Okay, see how this video is tied to our website. And I guess that's because when I dropped it into, redoing it, it grabbed it from mine. So when you're on this page, you're going to want to take out this one. So you just highlight it and delete it. And then you want to go to Add Media. And so that one was a Transform Your Life, and it's right here. You would click on this icon right here, the square, I'm sorry, square, and put add selected, and it drops it in there. And more than likely, do what I just did. I'm going to take it out because I'm not changing my drip campaign. But you would just go back into the preview message, click on it, and see what page it goes to. Make sure that it is hyperlinked to you. Okay. All right. So I'm glad you thought about that, Pam. Let's see. But also double check my name. I mean, I would think it would connect to you, but same way with this one. That's going to be, since I put that in from my system, it's going to tie it to my video. And you don't want to promote us. I mean, as much as, you know, that would benefit us, it would not benefit you, and that would not be good. So you definitely want to make sure you can go back here and you can find which video it is, Start Your Life, so that you know which one. When you go back here, take that out, add media, find the Start Your Life video, and drop that in here. Okay, I'll just give you another, show you how to do that. Take mine out, go to add media. Oops, wrong one. Come on, where am I at? Add media. Come on, I don't want you. I want this. Okay, here's media. See, usually they have a Start Your Life, should be at the top, but you would find the Start Your Life one. Here it is, right here. Click on the square box, go back up, add selected, and that drops it into the body of the letter. Okay? See, I got a question here. Yeah, I think I might have a lot of stuff to edit too. I need to go back and make sure, because I don't think I realized that the videos were tied to the system either. Here's another one. This is a clinical research, and this is a PDF. All I did was drop a PDF into the email so that they can read it. But if they, I'm not sure about this one. Yep, see, it ties it to me. So all of the things that have anything to do with the data, you're going to want to go in. You're going to want to take it out. First, find out what it is, because you know you can't tell from here. Well, I do say clinical research studies, but take it out here, and then add media. And the PDFs are under the clinical research is under your PDF right here. Same thing. Click on the box, add selected, and it drops it into the body of the letter. So I think you get the idea. After you do go through all those emails, you definitely want to save message. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. So these are all the ones that I have in here. There's what, 2, 4, 9 of them. So you know, feel free to use them, but definitely you want to get your information in there. So to put someone on a campaign, this is what I just found out this past week. I'm so excited. I don't know if any of you realize this or not, but I'm going to go to Manage Contacts. Up until, it might have been a little more than a week ago, but I just saw it a week ago, you could only put people on one drip campaign. I didn't like that because I wanted to do something with the business for the people who wanted to build a business, and I wanted to educate them on the product that they were getting, you know, just getting to start using. Well, now you can put people on multiple. I just found out yesterday you can put them on multiple, not just 2, but multiple. I thought it was 2. So the way that you do that is you click on the person's name. I'm just using myself here. I'm on one, you know, sometimes I'll set myself up on a drip campaign, just kind of, you know, keep aware of what they're getting, and also just see them with fresh eyes every time, because sometimes I'll catch a typo and I can go back in and change it. But you can set them up on a drip campaign, another drip campaign, and I just saw that you can do another campaign. So that is like totally awesome. So the way that you would want to do that, and you know what, I'll show you how, because I do have someone new that I need to put on one. I'm going to go to Manage Contacts, go to my friend here. Okay, so the way that you do this is under Coaching Email or Drip Campaign, click on the drop-down box. A lot of these are already pre-populated in your back office, but I use one, let's see, I just created a 9-day cleanse because that is what she got. So I'm putting her on the 9-day cleanse. I did not set this up with a coaching bundle though, so nothing appears over here. So only she's going to be getting these emails. It's going to start out with day 1. Today is the 28th. That is when I want the first one to go out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. But if I want to start the date differently, I can change the date on here. I can say don't send out the first one till Monday. I recommend you need to go through the ones that you want to look at, because the one that I use, and I'm not 100% sure on all of them because I haven't looked at all of them, but the one that I started using and have been using has at least 2 pre-product emails that go out. And what it does is the first one pretty much congratulates them on starting this new system. The second one says, hey, you might want to take your, go ahead and take your measurements and get ready for when your product gets there. So, I mean, it's just giving them a couple days head start, encouraging them on their decision, and giving them tips and educating them on the product and the business. So you would just click save. Okay, my little button didn't come up, although it may have come up higher. Here it is. The contact was successfully updated. If you do have a question on something that you sent someone from their little area right back here, scroll all the way to the bottom. And you can see right here, April 28th, added to drip campaign, Diane's 9-day cleanse campaign. So you know that it did go out. And you can see the other emails that I've sent to her also. So that is one. So I did save that. So she's good. But I think I showed you how, let me go back. If you're going to do one that's tied with a coaching drip email, if you put them on, show you here. See how it populates the coaching email and the notification? This is where you would assign a coach. So you would just type in, and like I said, you want to have your name in the system so that you can be a coach, or if it's one of your downline. I don't know if you can change the date on this. Oh, okay. This date is usually tied with whatever the date is here. It kind of coincides. Doesn't necessarily mean that one is going out on that day, because like I said, the coaching emails don't get one every single day like the original one, but they do get them spaced out, tied to this email. So this is just saying that with where this date is at, there's none to be sent. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't set this one up because I did change this one. So I didn't set up a notification on this one. But if you use one of the ones that's already in the system, it does come with the notification tied to this campaign drip also. So I am pretty sure that I've covered everything, but there's always a chance that I missed something. And this is your opportunity to unmute your line and ask any questions if you have any questions. If you don't know how to unmute your line, if you're on the computer or even if you're on your phone, if you just kind of hover over or touch your screen, your microphone icon will show up with the red line. If you click on that, you can unmute yourself. If you're on your computer, you can unmute yourself. I think it's there. But if you have any questions, please go ahead and unmute your line and ask me any questions. Or if you have anything to share, I would love to hear anything that you know about this system, because I know I am not the be-all, end-all to this. I am learning just like you are. Every time I get on here, I find something new, and I get excited about it all over again because I just love this system. All right, if you can't figure out how to unmute yourself, or if you would feel more comfortable writing in the chat box, you can also do that. I don't see anything in the chat box coming up, but I'll just give it like another minute. If you have anything you want to share or ask, or just let me know. We are doing this training once a month, and we're going to be doing it on the 4th Saturday of every month. Usually you will get a text message. If you're not on the Zapata text messaging system, you definitely want to do that. I don't have that handy. How do you do that? If you text to, but you knew that by heart.
No.
I'll have to look that up and go over that next time.
I got it.
Oh, okay, Chuck's going to tell me. We have some
95577.
Okay. So if you are sending a text, instead of putting to, say, Diane Williams in the to, you would send a text to 95577. I'm going to put this in the chat after I read someone's here. Let's see. Thank you, Pam. Yes, we did just find that. Let's see. Want you to everyone. That is 95577. So that's who you would send it to, as if that was a name of someone. And then in the body of the letter, you would put Patty C, no space, Patty C. You would start getting notification, like when I do the IsaTools training once a month. You would also get notifications for the daily calls, which I highly recommend you getting on. Monday is Recognition Monday. Tuesday, they have a product call where you can actually, they open up the phone lines to questions on products. Wednesday is connecting. Thursday is Patty's, what do you call that? Spiritual, motivational call. She also does that via Facebook on Thursday mornings. And then Friday is the compensation plan. But it also gives you contacts or notifications to anything else, like the special Zoom calls on Monday and Wednesday nights and anything else that might just pop up. So that's a great way for you to stay connected with your business and also to build your business. I didn't see your answer about Cinco de Mayo. Express University is coming up in Charlotte, October 25th to the 28th of this year. Make sure you get your tickets. Go to Be Set Free Life website and get your tickets. Celebration is in Nashville, Tennessee this year, August 5th through the 7th. You definitely want to be there. Big decisions are made at the big events. So I don't have any more questions. I don't see anything in the chat. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.